Prince. iamzomedia. Hey, turn me up a little bit. I don't just watch it, I break it apart. You see a play, I'm seeing the start. He think he locked in, I'm reading his heart. One little step and it's falling apart.
8 foot on the line, yeah, that's out of bounds. Y'all be so loud, but don't know the sound. I was on course, you watching the crowd. Now I'm explaining it, slowing it down. Yeah, I'm in a different mode. You follow the ball, I'm following rows. You call it a move, I call it control. That's why when I talk, they listening close. I am Prince, yeah, I'm breaking it down. Hey, real game talk, I ain't playing around. From the court to the cam, yeah, I'm holding the crown. If you rock with the real hit like right now, I am Prince, yeah, the vision on point, hey, every breakdown. Hitting the joint, you just watch, I connect every point, turn film to a lesson, give game to the sport, hey. Y'all be talking like you know the game. Whole lot of words, but it don't be the same. Hazy too high, yeah, I'm calling his lane. Next move coming, I already named. Don't get mad when I call out the fake. Y'all be reacting, I'm reading the play. Say he elite, I'm breaking the tape. Show you the flaw that he tryna escape, yeah. Keep it real, no hype. I ain't gotta yell, I'm nice. From a pro, that's life, yeah. Now I turn clips to advice, yeah.
iamzomedia. You either learn or you don't. Hey, hit that like button. You rockin' with it.
My bad. Look, I'm muting everything, man. That mean you know I'm about to cook. What's good? What's goody, man? This is iamzomedia. I'm your host, Prince, man. And look, the WNBA season about to kick off, man. And we got a lot to talk about. I feel like it's too much non-basketball talk going on, man. So let's see if we can switch the narrative and bring it back to basketball talk, man. I feel like it's a lot of non-basketball talk going on out there in WNBA land right now, man. Great season about to kick off. Great season about to kick off, man. And again, man, we got a lot to talk about before the season kicks off. Some players finally got, picked up by some teams that got waived. We got we're gonna double back on the napheesacollier conversation. Big 24 today for Angel Reese. The GM survey, I told y'all we was going to get to that later today. The GM surveys is in, man. So again, man, a lot to talk about. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. A lot to talk about, man. Shout out to my brother HD. Make sure you go over there to welcome to HDII TV and get with my brother, man. Make sure you go join anything he got going on over there. If you get off work late and you need a late night fix, going over there to welcome to HDII TV. He got you, man. My brother, one of the hardest working in the biz, man. Shout out to Gamble. Shout out to Miss Brown, one of my members. Jay Get That Paper, one of my members. Terry Jackson, what's going on? Hey, Terry, let's go ahead on and get that membership, man. Let's go ahead on and get that membership out there, man. What's going on out there, all of y'all, man? How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling today, man? Today let's have a civil conversation, and let's see if we can. Let's have a civil conversation and see if we can bring things into reality, man. A simple let's have a simple conversation. Be nice in the chat, man. Be nice in the chat, man. Be nice in the chat today, man. Look, I want all the WNBA fans to pull up, no matter who your favorite team is. Pull up, man. Let's have our last final day of WNBA talk before we get to everything else, man. So pull up, man. The season kicks off in I think less than 48 hours. So make sure you hit that like button as you come in. Join the membership. A lot to get to. What up, Canada? What's going on? What up, Tony? MJ? What's going on, man? What's going on out there, man? Hey, look, y'all. Remember what I said earlier? MJ is one of the ones that call me Zoe. I let him get away with it though. I don't like correcting everybody, man. I just let people roll with it. I just let people roll with it. Miss Brown called me Zoe too. I just let y'all roll with it. Man, but shout out to all of y'all, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man, out there, man. The name is Prince, man. FYI. But I don't like correcting y'all all the time, man. So I just let y'all roll with it. Man, but again, hit the like button as you come in. I want you to put in the chat, man. Put in the chat. Put in the chat. Put in the again. It's the Barbie's birthday, man. Right, Gamble. Hey, put in the chat. Look, again, we didn't get the, I was actually driving earlier. That's why I didn't really get to it. But put in the chat, I'm saying it's Barbie's birthday, man. Put in the chat, what's your favorite thing about Angel Reese? Let's again put in the chat. What's your favorite thing about Angel Reese, man? Put in the chat. Hold on, got a super chat.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, I gave you everything I had.
What up, Tracy? Appreciate the $2 super chat. Yeah, that's why we gonna double back to the fee stuff. We gonna get back to it. So again, put in the chat. Let's just take 5 minutes to celebrate the Barbie, man. Put in the chat. What is your favorite thing? It could be her game, stuff she do off the court. What is your favorite thing about Angel Reese, man? Let's give her 5 minutes of love. It is her birthday, man. It is her birthday. Let's give her 5 minutes of love, man. AB said her willingness to win. It could be anything, man. Like what do you? Because this is what I've noticed. I'm gonna tell y'all what I noticed, y'all. There's people that are attracted to Angel off the court. There's people that are attracted to Angel because they resonate with her as being a black woman, in a male dominant space, right? Like it could be anything. It don't got to be like sports. I'm real interested. So even if you've never been in the chat before, get in the chat. I want to know your thoughts. Like, tell me what's exciting. Tell me what draws you, because we all got something that draws players, man. Like, what draws you to Angel Reese? Because I'm actually interested, to be honest. I'm actually interested. So like, even if you've never been in the chat before, hit the like button and get in the chat. I want you to like and comment today, not just like or not just comment. Like and comment today. I really want to know what y'all think there. I want to just, celebrate it for 5 minutes and get to some of y'all thoughts. Because again, I always look at it like this. A lot of Angel Reese supporters don't got channels, so hey, and y'all know, and I never get to really, because that ain't really my lane. I leave that up to other people. I never really get to talk about like just generic stuff, like, so I'm actually interested. Because I kind of like always just talk like on the basketball court. So I'm actually interested, man. I'm actually interested because I'm trying to find the connection here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find the connection here, because what I've noticed when it comes to Angel Reese is you got like it's like factions. It's like factions. Anybody out there to know what faction means know where I'm going with this. Like, I feel like Angel Reese is like, she has like factions of fans. It's like there's fans that her are like maybe like from the South, right? That like Louisiana, we've adopted Angel Reese, right? Like there's those who were born in the mean streets like Angel Reese was, there's those who are like just athletes that just love her tenacity, love her skill. There's those who just love what she does off the court as far as like entrepreneurship, influential, things like that. There are some that are just into fashion that just might love like what she does as a fashion. And then there are some that just love her as like a basic human being, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what we are when we strip down everything about us, right? The money, the health, the wealth, the looks, what we do for a living, everything, personalities, everything. At the end of the day, we're just basic human beings, right? So I'm always interested in that because I never really get to ask that question on my channel. So I'm actually interested because when I hear the Angel Reese discourse, I always go back to what were you thinking when you wrote that? Because I see that like as I've been on YouTube and like I really wasn't even on X before I got on YouTube. I really just had an Instagram and I really never even go on my Instagram. Those of you who follow me on Instagram know I never post on there. But I'm always like interested. Oh yeah, and I did create a new Instagram. It's iamzomedia. Make sure you go follow it. Hey, somebody put my Instagram name in the chat for me, man. It's just all one word, iamzomedia on Twitter on X and Instagram. So make sure you go follow me on both, man. Because I'm always interested. Because like when I see people comment, right? So like for me, right? When I think Angel Reese, right? I think for some reason, even though she's from Maryland, I think Southern girl, and I'm a Southern boy. I'm a Southern boy. I'm not a city boy. Like I'm big farmhouse, crawfish field in the backyard, fish on Sunday morning. I'm a Southern boy, you know. And it's always fascinating to me because like I'll tell you like for real, like when people like see me in person, they be like they think I come off like as a pretty boy. They call me pretty boy. But like when they get to know me, they learn that I'm very like Southern hospitality, Louisiana, born and raised, Creole. I mean, it's all over my Instagram. Like I'm Creole. So like I'm always fascinated because that's how I resonate with Angel Reese. It's not really basketball, honestly, to be honest. It's really not. Like she just gives me that southern young black girl, like you know what I'm saying? Like she just gives me that true southern vibe, you know? Like so that's why I resonate with her. Like she reminds me of my sisters, my cousins that I grew up with, homegirls that I grew up playing sports with at the park and stuff like that. That's who Angel reminds me of. And I think that's why my approach with Angel is always so mental. It's never like about her game for me because she resonates with me mentally of the girls that I grew up with in the South. Like them playing with the guys on the basketball court. Like that's what she comes off as. So that's why for me, I always treat her with that like mindset like that because for me, my resonation with her is all mental. So when I see people write about Angel, I'm always like, what are they actually thinking when they either put something on X, comment on somebody's video, things like that? Like, what are they always thinking? I'm always just interested in that. Shout out to Tracy for the $5 super chat. Love that dog in her, that trash talking. Happy birthday, AR. Is that AR1? Just got my gala greens, AR1s. Very happy she's in ATL now. Yeah, again, ATL might be the best possible place for her right now. So shout out to her just on that front, man. Like, I'm always interested in that because I see people comment all the time, right? I see people comment, people see things, and I'm always wondering, like, everybody's headspace is different when it comes to like athletes, right? And I mean, we've 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 got to a place where we feel like when we think about injuries, for instance, we've got a place where we feel like she's one of us in a sense. Like it feels like she's a family member. Like it feels like at any day she could pull up at Thanksgiving, right? Or Christmas or like a family reunion at the park. It just feels like, you know, she just seems like one of those people. So I always just be wondering that. But y'all put some good stuff in the chat. Just for me, it's all mental. She remind me of the female athletes that I grew up playing basketball with since I was like 9 years old, that always played with the guys and talk trash. Always play with the guys, talk trash. When the dudes from the other side of town would come to our park, they always like underestimated them. We had a girl named Tika that we grew up with. Her name was Tika Tomeboy. But a ball. She was the point guard. Actually won a championship in high school. But like that's kind of like who Angel reminds me of, like how, because I watched her trash talk as she was coming up in the rings playing on blacktops and stuff like that. So I've always been kind of like interested in like, you know, that whole aspect, man. But again, man, we just wanted to give Angel Reese her 5 minutes, whatever. It probably was more than, it looks like it was about 10 minutes. We just wanted to give her 10 minutes of love, man. And I like what y'all putting in the chat, man. I like what y'all putting in the chat. And that tells me, like, everybody resonates with her differently. Everybody resonates with, like, players differently. And because, okay, for instance, let's say someone, I really want to get to this because and I'm excited about this. I know we were going to spend 10 minutes on Angel because we got a lot we got to get to, but I'm really, because again, this season, I really want to get people's mindsets on how they view. We could just use Angel because we talk about her a lot. You know what I'm saying? We all support her in different ways, so we'll use Angel. I want to get the mindset, because the WNBA is in a weird space, right? It's in a weird space that could be super good, or it could be a little bit. We gonna have to see. So again, okay. I really want y'all to be honest with me. Y'all know me, man. I don't do fanfare. I don't do all of the hoopla. I'm really big into just talking hoops, because if I don't know you, I'm not gonna put connotations on you. I'm not gonna put you in a box, because I know how that felt growing up. Like, anybody in the chat, again, it got people that you probably pass by every day that had burdens growing up of being like the neighborhood star and things like that. Like, that's what I was growing up. I was one of the neighborhood stars. Like, I had huge responsibilities. Everybody thought I would end up playing for the Lakers or something like that. Like, that's how your hometown views you, like, especially when you're good at a sport. So I'm always wondering, like, so okay, because y'all, I'm trying to find the right word to put this. I want y'all to really be honest with me in the chat. Do y'all think I'm too hard on Angel Reese? Like, be honest with me in the chat. Be 100 with me. Like, be 100 with me. Like, a lot of y'all have grown to know me. A lot of y'all have grown to understand my personality. I'm a class clown at times. Like, can be serious to be, and that comes from just being in the business world, right? Like, I just want y'all to be, like, real transparent and honest right quick. Again, it's Angel's birthday, so today is the day where we need to get on one accord on how we view things. Okay. Y'all being honest. I love this. Okay. All right. I love this, man. I love this. Gamble said only when Asia come up. AJ talking about, now you keep it fair across the board with everyone, just not the draft. Hey, the draft is different, AJ. The draft is different, AJ. I'm a little, I get a little deep when it comes to the draft. The draft is different, man. The draft is different. So I'm always, and the reason I ask that is because I think I've told either HD or Showtime. I think I've told HD or Showtime this offline. I really enjoy doing Angel Reese breakdowns because she's so dynamic. But I gotta teeter around some of the fanatics who think everything is like just 1, 2, 3 when it's not. Like, everybody needs development. Like, everybody needs to be held accountable. Everybody needs growth in their game and things like that. Everybody needs maturity. So, like, because I really actually love doing Angel Reese breakdowns, because I know a lot of people like it when I do it. That's why you don't really see me do it a lot, because it's hard to critique Angel when you got half of the fan base that understand where you're coming from, and then you got another half that's just always in a protective mode. And it's like, well, these other players do that as well. And I'm like, but I'm not breaking down the other player. We're talking about Angel. I'm not like that's and that's the thing. And people be like, Prince, why you don't do more Angel content? And that's really why, because again, I don't do the breaking news. Like if there was some locker room stuff that happened, like they ain't really my lane. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't really my lane. So the only way I can really get to players is through film and when I do post games. That's why I can't wait to do like the Atlanta Dream post games, because now I get to actually talk about Angel. And again, just wanted to be honest with y'all on why I don't really do Angel Reese breakdowns and why y'all don't see a lot of like Angel heavy content on my channel. It's because I ain't trying to go back and forth about a player's game that we'll never really see eye to eye on, right? So that's why I kind of like find that balance of, okay, if we're doing like Star Hoop Central, I can talk about her freely because it's like a talk. It's kind of like a talk kind of concept. But like I don't really do that on my channel. Like I really just talk about the nuances of basketball. So the only way for me to even really talk about Angel is through breakdowns. You know what I'm saying? So if I can't be honest and y'all know me, if I can't be honest in my breakdowns and be like, Angel, what the hell you was like, I want to do breakdowns on Angel and be like, Angel, what the hell was you thinking right here? How you leave her back door? Angel, what did you see with that pass? You can't make that pass. Angel, get better at rim protecting. See the ball before you see the man. Like things like that. Like I feel like with certain players, you can't do that because it's so much off the court and media driven stuff that goes on. Look, I'll be honest. Even with Caitlinclark, that's why why you think I don't do Caitlinclark breakdowns? Why you think I don't do Caitlinclark breakdowns? You won't find one. Just the crazy thing is, you won't find one Angel Reese or Caitlinclark. Just y'all know how I do it. Like just straight them breakdown. Like if I'm doing it, if I'm talking about Angel or Caitlin, I'm talking about a game that just played, and I'm talking about like how they were in the game. Like that's why I be like kind of like teetering on like if I want to do it or not, because it just becomes so negative instead of appreciate. Like when I do breakdowns, I want people to appreciate what goes in. Like people, this is what I've learned. The audience just sees what you say, but they don't see what goes into what you do. Like, okay, for instance, when I do a breakdown, I don't think people understand what actually goes into it, because I gotta watch, like, let's say I want to do an Angel Reese breakdown, right? I gotta go watch her college game. I gotta go watch her first 2 years in the league, Olympics, FIBA All-Star games, and try to find like where is she like really good at, where she needs to work at. And then I got to take certain clips, compile them together from different games, put them all on one spectrum of like, it can be like Angels rim protection. I got to go through hundreds of games just to find like the actual rim protection clips that I want. When it comes to like her steals, I got all these different games and watch these games for quarters just to pick out what I actually want to show the audience of like how she guards on the perimeter. When it comes to her scoring, like back to the basket or where she should get shots at, I got to go through all of this film and like go through all of these games and then pick out, okay, the audience who are like beginners at basketball are going to resonate with like this one. If I go to that game, I'm watching a full quarter and be like, oh, pause it right there. Let me replay that. Okay. Yeah. They're going to understand what I say if I use that clip. Like that what goes into it behind the scenes. And I would rather, and I know when it comes to like just talking basketball, I've learned that I have a big voice. Even people that like aren't subscribed to my channel, when people share my stuff, like on X and stuff like that, people inbox me with comments, good, bad. That's let me know over time that people respect my voice because they know I played the game at a high level, and they know I know what I'm talking about by how I articulate myself doing a breakdown. And I have a duty to be honest, but at the same time, I don't want to add fuel to fire on either end, right? I don't want to be in the I don't want to be in a concept of a cycle of the negativity, right? This is what I don't want. I don't want either side, Caitlin or Angels or people who don't like both of them. I don't want to be one of the voices that give them fuel, if that makes sense. That's another reason why I don't do either of theirs. I don't want to be, because I know I'm good at breakdowns. I don't want to be clipped up. I don't want to be clipped up and then added to a YouTube video describing the negatives about either of their games. Does that make sense? Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to be part of the hate cycle. I don't want people to like if I'm breaking down Angels games, the good and the bad, I don't want somebody from the other side to clip out the bad parts, because I can break the game down so well that if I do that, they'll really understand simply. And I don't want people to take my bad parts that I make simplistic for your casual audience and put it into a video about her lowlights. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa for Caitlin I don't want people to take the lowlights that I might say about her in a game, clip it up, and it be like cycled out into other videos. Like, I ain't really into that. I just want to enjoy doing breakdowns, and I want people to enjoy watching them. If y'all notice, that's why I don't really do a lot of the superstars. And the crazy thing is, I don't even think a lot of people notice that. I don't really break down a lot of the superstars, the ones that come with like the criticism. I don't really break down their games, because I don't know, man. I just don't want to add fuel to the fire. I'd rather just stay like kind of like in the middle with the players that nobody really grudge against. They ain't really like moving the needle. So I'd rather break down theirs game so you can just understand what basketball is versus like the higher profile players that just gonna cause controversy. Because again, I'm just good at my craft, and I know what my videos could do to the masses. I try to like stay away from it in a sense. But again, man, I just wanted to, get people's thought process and just explain to people why I don't do Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese breakdowns. And me and Showtime and HD, and we've talked about it since I've been on YouTube the last year and a half. We've talked about me doing more of their breakdowns, and I'm always like, nah. And Showtime will be like, man, Prince, you just gotta do it. And like Showtime be like, man, forget about what the people are saying. Like, you just gotta do what you do. But just mentally, I enjoy the game of basketball so much. Mentally, I don't want to add fuel to the fire. So those out there who was always messaging me, Instagram, email, on X, asking where my Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark breakdowns are, now you got a true short. My bad for being long-winded, but I just wanted to give y'all a true reasoning why I don't do it. Again, it's just a mental thing for me. Basketball has always been mental for me, so it's just a mental thing of I don't want to be part of a negative machine. If it's about enjoying basketball, then yeah. That's why I would rather talk about a player's game live than do a breakdown where you can clip it up, if that makes sense. But anyway, man. Again, man, happy birthday to Angel Reese, big 24. Hey, man, we getting old, man. Big 24. Okay, let's get to this, man. Let's get to this. I'm confused. Let's get to this. I want to talk about the WNBA development for a second, and stick with me. Stick with me here. Stick with me here. I want to talk about the development in the WNBA this season. And stick with me for a second, man. Stick with me for a second. The development WNBA is like -5. Cause I've been thinking about this for a while. I've been looking at the history of the basketball players that's made all-stars, things like that. I don't think a lot of them have been developed. I think they were already who they were. Like, cause I'm really, and maybe somebody in the chat can help me out. Who in the WNBA? Let's do the last 5 years. Who in the WNBA came in the WNBA as a project, drafted as a project, and then developed into a superstar? I'm trying to think. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, can in the chat help me out? Maybe I'm missing somebody. Like, I'm trying to really understand. And I told my homeboy the other day, I'm about to really use my influence, because I got a lot of influence. I got a lot of contacts that I don't use, because I ain't a media person, you know. I got a lot of contacts and stuff that I don't use, but I'm about to start using my contacts to see if I can stir up better development. Like, I'm trying to, because this is what I'm trying to do. I think the league can be in a way better place than it is right now if they develop more players. Like, think about this, right? Think about Michaela. Look at Michaela, right? Michaela came out of UCLA with all this hype, rookie of the year, yada, yada, yada. The New York Liberty tried to develop her, couldn't do it. Passed her on. The Chicago Sky tried to put her under whose wing, but it didn't go nowhere. Now she's on the Washington Mystics with a former coach that was on the staff on Chicago. So I'm trying to figure out what is hindering the WNBA from developing players. What do y'all think it is? What do y'all think it is? What is hindering the WNBA from developing players? Like I'm trying to figure out what's okay. You know, when you look at players and you're like, they need a year or two under a certain coach on a certain team and they'll be all right. There are a lot of players who go to championship teams and still don't develop. Like, and it's very confusing, y'all. It's very confusing. And again, I'm about to ruffle some feathers. I am really about to ruffle some feathers with what I'm about to say, and I get it. I was in a vet's position before where young guys came to my team, whether in pros or in college, even in high school. my junior year, we got a great point guard that came there. So because I'm crossroad with who's to blame for these players not being developed. Who's to blame for some of these players not sticking with the team that drafted them? I'm really at a conundrum here, and I want to be fair to all parties involved. I want to be fair to the ownership. I want to be fair to the development staff. I want to be fair to the coaches. I want to be fair to the player themselves. I want to be fair to the rest of the vets on the roster. I'm gonna be honest. I think one of the problems with developing young players, and again, I might ruffle some feathers with what I'm about to say. And anybody in the chat, let me know. I'll drop the link. Let me know. I'll drop the link. If you disagree, I will drop the link. Just let me know in the chat. I think it's these veteran players. And let me explain why I say that. See, it's twofold. There aren't a lot of roster spots. Some of these veterans are selfish and will not take these young players under their wing. They will not. They'll be nice. See, and I want y'all to understand something. I'm about to put y'all in on a little secret. Again, I was in this position before. As a vet, probably on his way out, and you bringing in a younger player to perhaps replace me after grooming him for a year or two. I'm about to put you on game. Just because you're nice to a player don't mean you're taking them under your wing. See, a lot of the fans get fooled. A lot of the fans get fooled because see players chumming it up at practice. You see a vet and a rookie chumming it up at practice, right? And you think, oh, that rookie's in a good spot with that vet. But it's contrary, my friend. That's just surface level. Development isn't surface level. Development is mental. Development is experience. Development is leadership. Development is understanding the game. Just because the camera shows you a rookie and a vet laughing at practice, arm around her shoulder, talking about this or that, how they came in working hard, that's a different conversation than a vet saying, hey, for the next 3 weeks of training camp, you're with me every day. Matter of fact, you don't even need a hotel yet. You don't need to get you an apartment yet. You can live with me. And look at AJ. See, that let you know AJ be around real ballers, AJ. Because that's literally what I was about to say. You don't even need your apartment yet. Come stay with me your 3 weeks. I want to show you how I sleep, how I live. Even want to show you how I am with my significant other on game day, so you can just learn the landscape of the WNBA. See what I do when I wake up. See what my training regimen is. See what kind of pillows I got. See what kind of slippers I walk around the house in. My morning stretches, my night stretches. What do I drink? How I meditate during the day to get in the right headspace. All of those things are major for a rookie because it's a different atmosphere. College and pros is so different. A lot of people don't understand that because they only see players when the cameras are on. I'm talking from experience, man. Going from college to overseas, my first 2 years was hard. Being away from your family, being away from fans that really know who you are. Because when you go overseas, you got to rebuild your fan base. They don't know who you are. Your play going to determine if they like you or not. Like, you got to rebuild your whole persona, everything. You got to be with coaches who know nothing about you. They scouting team just scouted you. like, it's so different that a lot of people don't really get a behind the scenes view of. They just see a player graduate college and go pro, and that's all they see. And the next time they see that player, they're dribbling a basketball. But it's 24 hours in a day, and you only see me for 2. I need people to think about that. It's 24 hours in a day, and the average fan sees a player for 2 of it. 2 of it. It's 24 hours in a day, and the average fan sees a player for 2 of it. Why you think players be getting into all kind of foolishness? And you be like, when that happen? Why they doing that? It got so many hours in a day that's unaccounted for. Again, we as the audience think we really know these players. You don't. You really have no idea what goes on. Like, you don't. I'm sorry to tell some people. I know some people are fanatics and feel like if I follow a player, see they post, know what kind of food they like, I know them. Like, you be surprised. It's different. It's different. So, and the reason I'm saying that is because that's where your vets come in at. So when I'm looking at these younger players, I'm thinking to myself, what vets are giving these younger players tutelage? What are these vets like? Let me say this. There's vets that are on teams that got power with not just the coach, but with the organization. There's vets on teams that's like, hey, coach, I like her. She gonna be great. We work out together. She's living with me. I'm gonna take her under my wing. Let her be with me for the year. Let me help develop her, show her the landscape, get her in the right mental space, and she can be a great help for us. And then at the end of the season, you can reassess it. And if you don't like where my training went with her, then we can cut ties. But she's a first-round pick, coach. She's a first-round pick, GM. She's a first-round pick, front office. I'm a leader of this team. I am one of the vets. I've been in the league 10 plus years. I'm going to take her under my wing, show her the ropes, get her in the right mental space, show her what it looks like to prepare every day to be the best player you can be. Where's that at in the WNBA? Too many of these vets are being selfish. This is why I feel like that. And this is why I say that. Some of these vets got to remember they were in that position before. I want y'all to really understand what I'm saying. You can be nervous about a player coming in, taking your position. I get all of that. But sometimes it's bigger than basketball. Sometimes it's bigger than basketball. And if you really feel like you're that girl, you're not worried about another player coming up in here taking your position. If you're really confident that you're a great leader, you still got a lot left in the tank, you're not worried about another player taking your position, bringing down your stock, bringing down your capabilities. Because guess what? If you're that girl, even if the team is trying to move on to a cheaper contract, you still, if you really that person, you still can go on another team and produce the same. So I never understood why they give rookies this cold shoulder. Because if you really like that, then you just like that. Because this is what I'm saying. It's bigger than basketball, and this is why. Bring it through a scenario. Imagine growing up, being 4, 5, 6 years old. They put a basketball in your hand. You go up through middle school, everything. You try out for your high school team. You make it. You become a leader on your high school team. You help bring your team to a championship. You become a decent scholar athlete. They retire your jersey in high school. You get to college, you all conference, team leader in whatever stat, whether it be points, assists, rebounds, steals, all that to get to the ultimate goal. You watch hours of film. You run thousands of hills. You run hundreds of miles. You eat the correct food, even if you don't feel like eating it. You sacrifice time with your friends growing up. You sacrifice cartoons. You sacrifice foolishness. You sacrifice some of your childhood, because to be the best athlete you want to be and to make it out where you got to make it out of, you got to grow up a little bit. You got to mature before it's time for you to mature. Think about all of that stuff I just said. And then all of that accumulation balled up into a ball, and it sits in front of a team or a vet, and it's up to them to pick that ball up. A lot of women's livelihoods are literally that. A lot of women's livelihood when it comes to being drafted to teams is literally that. Everything I just said balled up into one and put in front of a team or vet players, and it's up to that team or that vet player to understand that for basketball, that's all some of these women have. There ain't no other option. They can't go back to the hood. Some of these women don't even have big families like that. Some of these women, parents aren't even in their lives, or they're unalive, or just never in their lives. Some of them adopted. I mean, a lot of things go into it, and then they don't have any other income. I mean, NIL just started, so these rookies walk across the draft stage, take a photo, and 2 weeks later, the photo is literally just a keepsake, like you're at Disney World. I want y'all to understand this. For some of these women, you got first round picks out here who photo with Kathy Engelbert is just like going to Disney World. It's a keepsake. They can't do nothing with it. After they leave Disney World, they can't do nothing with it. After they take that photo and walk off that stage, go to practice for 2 weeks, they can't do nothing with that photo. It's just a keepsake of it. I was there. It's a memory. So I wish these WNBA teams, these vets, even some of these mid-tier vets, remember they were in those situations where you gotta do better by the younger players. I'm sorry. You got to. But it starts with these owners. These owners have to hold these coaches, these training execs, these assistant coaches, these scouts. They got to start holding these people accountable for these women's future. These women's future is literally in the hands of people who don't take their job serious. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back that never been in that predicament before. As a basketball player, your whole livelihood is in the hands of another individual, and it's up to them if they're going to take you serious enough. For instance, look at Maddie Westbell and HVL on Chicago Sky. Tyler Marsh, Jeff P., and that training staff failed HVL, and they failed Maddie. They failed them. Literally. And it failed them from the moment they were drafted. They failed them. Because why do you draft either of them if you have no plan? Let them go to the team. I would rather HVL went to the second round and went to a team that had a plan for her versus going to Chicago where they have no plan and it just looks good on paper. When are we going to start holding GMs, training staff, and coaches responsible for not destroying these young women's livelihoods. Nobody wants to use that term, but that's what they are doing. I want these coaches to understand you are destroying. I want these owners to understand you are destroying these young women's livelihood by not taking the craft serious. Basketball is a craft. You can wake up in the morning and be as athletic as you want to be. I tell people this all the time. There's people in my neighborhood who are more athletic than me, faster than me, jumped higher, shot better, were stronger, taller, bigger, wider, longer arms, smarter. There were people that mentally more focused. Sports is about an opportunity. That's what it really comes down to. It's about an opportunity. It's an opportunity. Stop destroying these young women's careers because you don't want to take the craft serious. Because you hire people that don't respect the game. We are hiring coaches who don't respect the game. We're hiring training staff personnel who just want the title and don't want to do the work. If I'm and I blame reporters sometimes too, because as a reporter, you need to do your job. Name one time when a reporter asked Jeff P. or Tyler Marsh or anybody on that training staff, where is HVL's development? What are you doing weekly to get her up to speed, to get comfortable with the WNBA game? What are some things she needs to work on? What is your timeline for her to get there? And what does that look like in your system? These reporters are horrible at their job. I've never seen a league where reporters don't ask coaches, how are they developing a player? Look at the NFL. Every quarterback that got drafted this year, I guarantee you, once training camps, when training camp starts, June, July, whatever, once training camp starts for these NFL teams, any team that drafted quarterback last year or this year is going to be asked, how are you developing him? What's your plan? When do you expect him to be a starter? How do you expect him to look in your system? I don't hear WNBA press. I don't hear WNBA media ask those questions. Do your job. This is my thing. No one in the WNBA is doing their job correctly. I'm sorry. And this is not an attack on any one individual. This is an attack on the system. It's the system. Nobody in the WNBA is doing the job right. You can have as many views and ratings as you want to, but you're building a failed product. You're building an unstable, undeveloped product. You're building an engine that's going to only last 5,000 miles, and you're putting it in a Bugatti body. I'm sorry. It's going to be a failed experiment. The WNBA has yet to, anybody ever noticed this? The WNBA has yet to address why so many number one picks have yet to last more than 2 years in the WNBA. And the reporters do not think that's a problem. How much y'all want to bet? let's stick with Chicago Sky for a second. How much do y'all want to bet that no reporter at Chicago Sky practice is going to ask Tyler Marsh where did he fail in his development with HVL and Maddie? Guess what they're going to ask him? If they even ask a reporter about Maddie or HVL, guess how they're going to phrase it? They're going to ask Tyler Marsh, what went wrong with HVL and Maddie's skill set in your system? Like yours, like Tyler Marsh's system is above reproach and don't got flaws in it. Watch. I guarantee you that's how they're going to ask the question. And again, when they ask it, make sure y'all tag me on X because I want to hear it. If they ever ask Tyler Marsh about HVL or Maddie, they're going to phrase it like it was them not being able to fit in Tyler Marsh's system and not holding Tyler Marsh accountable for their development. And that's what's wrong with WNBA coaches. Nobody holds them accountable. Look, man. The WNBA has a kid's glove problem. The WNBA wants to be celebrated and not covered. They want to be, and when they are covered, they want to be covered with kids' gloves. The WNBA wants to be covered with kid gloves. They don't want to be covered from the concept of we are adults in an adult sport. Where's the accountability with leadership? I've never seen an organization where there's no accountability with their leadership. Where's their accountability? They hold fans accountable for what they tweet on X, for what they post. They want to hold YouTubers accountable for how they address players on YouTube, how they talk about the game. You got players that want to tweet. You got GMs that want to say, stop talking bad about me. Let's not be negative this season. You got GMs and players and owners and coaches that want to say the crowd is being disrespectful, booing. Where's your accountability? Why they never stop to think, why in the hell is your crowd booing? I've never seen a winning team have a booing crowd. I've never seen a winning team, fans, not want to support them. I've never seen head coaches who are great at developing players have so many failed first-round picks. I've never seen head coaches who know what they're doing and have experience never have a great thing to say when it comes to what is their game plan, game by game and for the season during press conferences. Too many head coaches get on WNBA podiums and give fluff pieces. Too many head coaches get on WNBA podiums and don't take no accountability for how our team's playing. Too many coaches get on podiums and tell reporters this player or that player needs to play better. I've yet to see WNBA coaches get on podiums and say, I gotta be better. We gonna be better. It starts with me. I'm gonna get with the team in film study tomorrow, see where we can improve, and as a unit, we'll do it together. That's what great head coaches do. Where's your accountability? But instead, your accountability is writing fluff pieces so you can keep your job. Stop throwing players under the bus. Stop throwing assistant coaches under the bus. Stop throwing fans under the bus. Where's your accountability? Look, man, it's time out for all of that. The league can be in such great conversations, but if there's no accountability to be had, if there's no true understanding of what it takes, if there's nobody that's really out here trying to do what's best for players, the league will falter. The league is not a league without the players. And if you're going to say the league is not the league without the players, then you need to develop these younger players. These are first round picks. Some of these teams are drafting with no plan. How are you? The WNBA is the only league that draft first round picks and don't have a plan for them. What is your plan for the first round pick? If you don't have a plan, trade the pick. I get tired of people saying, well, they do got a first round pick. They got to pick somebody. You do not have to pick somebody. Trade the pick. If you don't got a concrete plan for a first round pick, trade the pick. It's simple. Trade the pick. That's what Golden State did this year. Golden State looked at their cap. They looked at their roster and said, no one in this draft in the first round is worth it. And they traded the pick. Trade the pick. Too many GMs and front offices are getting away with incompetency. Too many organizations is getting away with incompetency. And as fans, we argue about ratings. We argue about who said what about who. We argue about magazine comments and the type of shoes that the lady got on or what she had in the runway. Again, where's the true focus? Where's the true focus in all of this? Because you're teetering on a failed project. And you don't add accountability to what you're trying to build. You can't have a true system without accountability. And it starts with ownership. Look, owners, I get your billionaires and millionaires. Stop using players like they're just some toy in your system. These players have a livelihood. If you're an owner and don't want to put dollars, research, accountability, understanding in a system in place that builds a great machine, leave it alone. You can be an owner. Go be a silent owner. Sell some shares to somebody that's going to come in and oversee this thing from a bird's eye view and understand what it takes. Stop using athletes as pet projects. Again, it's your money. Do what you will with it. But with every dollar you spend comes a consequence. And guess what that consequence is? Some young lady who's been working hard as hell for 21, 22 years, you selfishly take away everything they've done for 21 years. Because you want to show people you got money and you can do pet projects that you're not even serious about. You just want the name and not the responsibility. Some of these owners want the name of being a professional team owner without the responsibilities. You can be the owner by name, but give somebody else the responsibilities that know what they're doing. I need owners in meetings saying, hey, I've never seen a league where owners aren't involved in first round picks. I've never seen that, but I've never seen a league where owners aren't tied at the hip with first round picks. First round picks are a high commodity. I've never seen. How is the WNBA keep getting away with this? This is first round picks we're talking about. This isn't some third round pick, undrafted free agents, some bottom of the second. First round picks. First round picks aren't even getting an opportunity. There's first round picks in the WNBA that's never even got the opportunity to showcase their skills. In what league do first round picks not even get the opportunity to showcase their skills? And in the NFL, if you're a first round pick, even if the GM messed up and overvalue you, if you're a first round pick, the GM is going to go to the head coach and say, I hired you to develop players. Figure it out. Get him out there. Get him out there. Develop him. Go through the end of the earth to develop him. If you can't, we're going to find a replacement. But we need to see what they got. Chicago Sky never gave HVL and Maddie a chance. Let's be 100 here. Maddie and HVL didn't fail Chicago Sky. Chicago Sky failed them. Same as these other teams. These first round picks are not failing these teams. These teams are failing these first round picks. How you got a first round pick and don't give them an opportunity to show themselves? Tyler Marsh had HVL playing all those minutes in the preseason, and then come the regular season, she don't even play for the first 12 games. And then once you do put her in the game, it's in garbage time. Who can make a mark in garbage time? Again, HVL, Maddie, Ashlyn, all of y'all, keep y'all heads up. It's not your fault. Basketball is a team sport. Keep y'all heads up. Y'all didn't get drafted just because you was on a team. The WNBA seen something in you that made them say that's a professional talent. Keep your head up. Prove them wrong. Because the incompetency with these ownerships, these GMs, these trainers, come on, man. What's the plan here? What is the plan? Stop drafting players with no plan. Chicago had no plan for HVL and took her first round. No plan. No plan. No plan. Keep y'all heads up. I want to see y'all continue to fight y'all way in the league. I want to see both of y'all on the court this year with respective teams. I know HVL went to the Sun earlier. Does anybody know where Maddie went? Where did Maddie go? Does anybody know where Maddie went? Has Maddie been picked up yet? I think Ash Jackson went to the Sun as well, if I'm not mistaken. Maddie Westbeld You're not about to like what I'm about to say, but your team coming out of college failed you. I'm going to say it again for Maddie's team. If you're out there in the back, Maddie's team coming out of college failed her. Because Maddie Westbell Maddie could have sat out that entire season and still win in the second round. Maddie rushed back at Notre Dame her senior season because she thought she could be a first round pick, and she wasn't ready. Maddie never got healthy, and it leaked over to the Chicago Sky. Again, Maddie's team might not like what I got to say, but they failed Maddie. Straight up. It was straight up like that. If you watch Maddie when she came back at Notre Dame, she was never herself. Maddie has not been herself. Her movements, she never regained her full mobility. Her movements are slow. Her shot release got slower. She got heavier. Like, Maddie never really got back in basketball shape. She rushed back because she thought she could fight her way into the first round. If she would have sat out the entire season, she would have probably still got picked in the same spot. She was already projected to be a WNBA talent. Maddie could have really came out the year before, but she had got hurt and went back. Maddie was already projected to be a WNBA talent. Stop letting y'all teams run y'all back when you're already projected to go to the WNBA. If you're good enough, no matter where you get drafted, you're going to make it. If you're good enough, your skill set will get you more money off the court than you're going to get with your contract. Believe in your skill set. Because that's what teams and endorsements do. Endorsement, sponsors, teams, partnerships, they're going to rely on your skill set, not where you were drafted. There's a bunch of players who's been drafted in all different leagues in the second round, third round, in the NFL, NBA. Your personality sells. Your skill set keeps you at the top. Your draft pick is nothing but a number. Nothing but a number. So any college player out there who's coming off of a major injury, get healthy. Trust in your skill set. Trust in your makeup. Trust in your upbringing and what you're about. You're going to make it. You're going to make it. I would rather get healthy 100%, get back to me mentally, and be a second round pick than rush back, never regain any of my skills that I did at a high level, even mentally. You can tell, like, again, I'm a Notre Dame fan, so I watch Maddie her entire career. The Maddie y'all see, and those who've been on my channel know, I said this when Maddie came out. I said this when Maddie came out. That's not Maddie. If you watch Notre Dame before Maddie got injured, the Maddie you seen on the Sky, the Maddie you seen when her second half of the year at Notre Dame when she came back, that is not Maddie Westbell. It's not. The real Maddie Westbell is a top 10 talent. That is the Maddie Westbell, any of you Chicago fans who never watched Maddie in college, the Maddie you seen on the Chicago Sky, that is not Maddie. She's slower. She's heavier. You can tell she's not mentally in a good space. Like, that's not the Maddie I watched at Notre Dame. That's two different people. Two different people. Maddie at Notre Dame was a good rebounder. I think she averaged like 8 rebounds a game. She was a decent shot blocker, averaged like 1 block, half a block a game. She was a lethal 3-point shooter. She was a above average ball handler. The Maddie y'all seen on, I need y'all to go watch Maddie highlights from her first 3 years in college. Go watch Maddie highlights. You ain't even gonna realize that's her. I just wanted to say that because, again, sometimes it's just not on the organization. I know we've been talking about organization and them failing players, but again, y'all know me. I'm going to be fair across the board. Chicago Sky had a hand in that because you got to assess the talent. They should have told Maddie, hey, Maddie, we're going to put you on ice for a year. We want you to do nothing but rehab, therapy, eat right, train well. We're going to get you your own individual trainer, and that's all you work with. We want you to watch film. We want you to eat right. We want you to sleep well. We want you to be in a good mental space. We're going to get you your own personal therapist because we know what you're capable of when you're you. So we going to let you rest this year. We got Angel Reese. We got E. Will coming back. We got enough in our front court. We got enough in our front court. We going to let you get back to you. I know you was back at Notre Dame. We going to spend the year, let you get back to you because we know what you are when you're you. We drafted you for a reason. We didn't draft you for now. We drafted you to be part of our future. And our future isn't today. So we're going to put these things in place for you. We're going to take care of you because we know who you really are when you really are. Maddie, let me say this. Maddie Westbell is literally what people think Sifka is. Literally. Let me say this for the people in the back. Let me say this for the people in the back. The Maddie that I watched in college before her injury I need people to do something for me. In my next stream, I need y'all to tell me if y'all wouldn't do it. I need y'all to do something for me. Go watch Maddie Westbell, her first 2.5 years at Notre Dame, and go watch Satou Sabally in college. And tell me if you notice a difference. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Go watch Satou Sabally in college at Oregon. And go watch Maddie Westbell, her first 2.5 years in the league. And let me know how much of a difference you see in both of those players. You're going to actually be shocked. You're going to actually be shocked. Because a lot of y'all didn't see Maddie until she got to Chicago. And the Maddie you seen at Notre Dame isn't the pre-injury Maddie. Y'all know me. I don't just say anything to say it. I'm really here to educate the game. Go watch Satou Sabally at Oregon and go watch Maddie Westbell. Y'all can go do it. Y'all can go do it while we still in this video and put in the chat what your thoughts are. Just go watch some highlights, some clips. Go watch some clips of Maddie and then go watch some clips of Satou in college and tell me if you notice any differences. Tell me if you notice any differences. Maddie's actually a better rebounder than Satou is. Tell me if you notice any differences. Again, Maddie's team failed her, and Chicago Sky misassessed her. I'm going to say it again. Maddie's team failed her by letting her rush back to try to get in the first round, and Chicago Sky failed her by drafting her without a plan. If your scouts were real good scouts, look at how I just gave Maddie a whole plan. We're going to draft you in the second round, even though you got first round talent. We're going to draft you in the second round. This is our plan for you. We're going to let you sit out this entire year. You going to tell the press. We going to tell the press. This is your developmental year for you to get fully healthy and come back ready in year 2 because you're part of the future. We're going to sit you out. We're going to get you a therapist. We're going to get you the best rehab we can get. We're going to get you your own personal trainer. I want you to eat right. I want you to sleep good. I want you to just watch a ton of film. Watch a ton of film on the WNBA and where you see yourself playing well at. A ton of film. And then year 2, we get you in the fold. You got a year of experience under your belt just being in a professional locker room. Your health is there. You got your athleticism back. Your stamina is up. You in better shape. You in a great mental space. You got a good routine. And we can just plug you in. That's what Chicago Sky should have did. That's what they should have did with Maddie. And if you pay attention, they probably teetered towards that, but it never really became a real thing. Because remember, Maddie really didn't get playing time. So that's why I say they probably thought about it, but it never became a real thing because they don't got competent voices in the room. Everybody in the room is incompetent. Everybody in the room is incompetent. Everybody. Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. What's up, Jabari? Nadira? What's going on, Nadira? Waterfall? My bad. Hey, when I'm cooking, I don't even be looking at the chat. My bad. Hey, when I'm cooking, I don't even be looking at the chat, man. I don't even really be looking at the chat, man. My bad, man. My bad. Hey, make sure you hit that like button, though, man. Stop being stingy with the likes. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. What up, B. Will? Sherelle, what's going on? Ashley, what's popping? Make sure you hit the like button. Appreciate that, Sherelle. Appreciate that. My brother BJ was popping. Jeremy was popping. Hey, when I'm cooking, I don't be reading the like button. Curtis Harrison was popping. Lucky, I guess. Dream time. Hey, man. Hey, when I'm cooking, I don't even read it. Angela Dawkins, ST. What's up, ST? S Jack, 2902. Bear in the building. What up, Ron? Shout out to Ryan, man. What up, June Brown? Wody Mac, Rye, Wazam. Time Out Sports Podcast, Primus, The Walt. Hey, man, Josh, what's going on, Josh? Man, shout out to all of y'all, man. Hey, when I'm cooking, I don't be reading the chat, man. BJ said we all know Tyler is a third grade coach. Hey, man. Hey, I got 10 games. I got games for Marsh. That's I don't expect them to be winning. He got 10 games. He got 10 games, and we're gonna see where that goes. He got 10 games, and we're gonna see where that goes. Quick question. How do y'all feel about the GM surveys? How do y'all feel about the GM surveys? What's y'all thoughts on the GM surveys? How do y'all feel about it? Be honest. Let me know what y'all thinking. Let me know what y'all thinking. How y'all feel about the GM surveys? Yeah, you should have been fired last year, man. BJ said terrible trash. Sky gonna win 20 plus games. Hey, Frank Wright. I know you a Fever fan, but I didn't know you was a Sky fan. The GM survey was weird and shady in my opinion. Interesting. Again, how do y'all feel about the GM survey? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Give me your honest thoughts. I need honesty. Give me your honest thoughts. Disrespectful, disrespect Asia. A little bit of that. I seen a little bit of that going on. I seen a little bit of that going on. That was definitely some disrespect there. There was definitely some disrespect there. Definitely some disrespect there. I haven't seen it. I think the GMs were answering on behalf of how they felt. Hey, BJ, we all love Asia, man. We all love Asia. We all love Asia. Let me see if we all love Asia. I have two. June Brown said, Prince, it's unfortunate that the players who have money from endorsements can pay outside coaches, but if you don't have that, you better have the skills coming in. Correct. Hey, you right on the money. You right on the money. You right on the money. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can pull this up. And I want to look for. Okay. We got action. Okay. Hey, let's get to this, man. Let's get to this, man. Let's get to these GM surveys, man. I want y'all to tell me how y'all feel about this. Let's get to these GM surveys, man. Let me see if I can blow it up for y'all. Let me see if I can blow it up for y'all. So, first up, we got which team will win the 2026 WNBA Finals The top 3 choices was Las Vegas Aces at 40%, New York Liberty at 33%, and Atlanta Dream at 27%. Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't. MJ say he agree with that. Of course, MJ agree with it. Of course, MJ gonna agree with it. Frank White said 2. Andy said 1. June Brown, Dreamtown said 2. Sherelle said 1. Jazzy, of course, Jazzy gonna say 2. Fever of Wings for the upset 2. I'm pulling for ATL. Okay. 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 So, and I'm glad my Atlanta fans are in here. And look, this is not me. This is not me hating on Atlanta. I know I troll Atlanta not a lot. I'm gonna be honest. The only reason I troll Atlanta because of Angel Reese is on the team, and Angel Reese fans know who I am. So that's why I be trolling Atlanta. It's like a friendly banter because Angel Reese fans know who I am. So I just troll Atlanta. But let's have a real basketball conversation here. Shout out to the New York Knicks. Let's have a real basketball conversation right here. I need you to put in the chat, why do you think Atlanta needs to be? And I need y'all to be real honest with me and really listen to what I'm about to say, because y'all know me. I'm gonna break this down, and it's gonna come from a real place. It's gonna come from a real place. Explain to me why y'all think Atlanta got the 3rd best odds, and don't, before you put it in the chat, listen to what I'm about to say. Explain to me why you think Atlanta has the 3rd best odds when they got put out in the first round by a injured Fever team. I'm really trying to understand y'all mindset, because I want to know where I need to go with this conversation. Because I got a reason why they not number 3 for me, but I want to see where everybody's mindset is. And again, this isn't going to be me trolling. This is me really trying to figure out what everybody's mindset is with Atlanta. I want to know, like, what it is. Adija said Angel Reese ? I don't know what that means. Are you asking? Are you saying? Are you asking people if it's Angel Reese, or are you saying it's Angel Reese? Okay, we all love sports. Say I don't got us winning the championship this year. Okay. The media says Angel Reese. Okay. Nobody knows Aces. You already know that. Dreamtime said Angel will have a big impact on the games. Okay. Got it. BJ said Fever won because CC was on the bench and the replacement were better. The refs messed up the game from ATL, and Reese addition should put them to the second round. Okay. June Brown said, I guess you mean you put I. I'm hopeful that Atlanta plays some defense and do a lot of more rebounding because defense and rebounding wins games. That Francis, fellas, don't know about winning, at least getting out of the first round. Okay. So what I'm gathering is, before I get to my next part, what I'm gathering is y'all don't agree with Atlanta being the number 3. Because making it to the second round, Sherelle said Angel Reese toughness, dogness, something ATL lacked last year. I don't trust Atlanta Dream because Howard makes too many bad decisions. Shout out to Brandon. So do y'all agree with Atlanta being number 3? Because I seen a lot of ones when I was like, do y'all agree with this survey? I seen a lot of ones. Jeremy said Atlanta, I feel they end the season as a 2 seed. Hey, Frank White, we're not talking about the Fever right now. We're talking about Atlanta. June Brown said, no, I don't agree with them being number 3. I think maybe 4 or 5 season, but Fever 3 based off of where they landed last year. Hey, look at Sherelle being real. Sherelle said Fever should be number 3 based on last year. June Brown, they won't let the players play defense this year. Howard settle for threes. If you don't fall into the hole, pass the D ball on put up bad shots. I don't believe it. I don't believe ATL is number 3. Waterfall 3 would be good for ATL. Again, we're not talking about regular season. We're talking about what 3 teams will have the best playoffs. We're not talking, this survey, and that's why I want to do this, because I think some people are reading this survey wrong, because this is what I want y'all to realize, because we used to have these surveys overseas. The media is playing a trick on y'all. It's all to stir controversy. Listen to me right quick. The media is playing a trick on y'all. Why you think I'm not worked up about this? The media did not ask the coaches that exact question. They framed it like that for the fans. The media is playing a trick on y'all. The WNBA's media team did not ask the question specifically like that. I guarantee you, if a GM ever actually showed their survey report, some of y'all would be shocked. I think a lot of y'all are having a uneducated argument because how the media is phrasing some of this. The media wants you to think that's how that question was actually asked. They shortened it for you, and they shortened it in a way that would stir controversy. Because look at how I need y'all to use your comprehension skills for a second. I need y'all to really use your comprehension skills for a second. Look at what it actually says. Which team will win the 2026 WNBA finals? It's not asking you who's going to be the top 3 teams. They're not asking you who's going to have the best regular season. And again, it's individual voted. So the percentage comes from the total, not all the GMs agreeing to a certain team. Again, I keep seeing these arguments that don't make no sense. Look, mathematically is how the voting works. Every GM did not choose Vegas. Every GM did not choose Atlanta. Every GM did not choose New York. There's only 15 GMs. It isn't 30 like the other leagues. If it was 30, you might even have a team that was 4th that's probably 2 votes off from being number 3 or even being number 2. Number 2 and number 3 are look from the looks of it is probably 1 vote off, 33% to 27%. New York and Atlanta is probably 1 vote off. One GM just voted for New York over Atlanta. Again, it's only 15 GMs. And if one team gets 5 votes, you can tip the scales. In my opinion, I mean, I know I've joked a lot. In my opinion, I think this one is probably going to be right. I think Aces has the best chance to repeat because they're just the best team with the best player. I think the Liberty, a healthy Liberty, and that's dwindling by the day because Sabrina Ionescu will probably miss the first 2 weeks. So there's how you start a season is how you finish a season. The Liberty started last season injured, and they finished last season injured and not playing well. And now they're doing the same thing again. So I don't know how. I'm hoping. I'm holding on to hope that Liberty is a battle-tested team that just gonna figure it out. But they got 1 more year, and I'm actually done with their whole figure it out because they're a battle-tested team, and they got Stewie, Sabrina, and Jaquel. This is their last year. If they don't get it done this year, I'm throwing away the whole they're a veteran team and they gonna figure it out speech because that's not that type of team. They got to get it done this year. If they don't get it done this year, I'm throwing that whole statement out because that doesn't apply to them no more. They're going to have to reinsert and reapprove themselves. Because I'm going to give them 1 more year benefit of the doubt that they can reach at least the finals with that core because they've been there, done that, and all 3 of them are future Hall of Famers. So that's the only hope I'm holding on to, that they just got 3 players that on any given night can pull it through for them, can win a series. I think Atlanta is going to see. And I'm going to save that for Friday. Because Friday, I'm doing an Atlanta Dream, Las Vegas. Because I still got Atlanta Dream, Las Vegas Aces, and New York Liberty left. Or did I do New York Liberty? I can't remember. Oh, Chicago Sky. Chicago Sky, Las Vegas Aces, and Atlanta Dream breakdown will be Friday morning. So make sure y'all pull up for that. It'll be Friday morning to finish out my series. I did the other teams. So it'll probably be Friday morning. I get to those three. Make sure y'all pull up for that. It'll be jam-packed. But I think, to give y'all a sneak peek of how I feel about Atlanta, I think Atlanta needed a stretch four, a real stretch four. And I think they needed a real distributor in their second unit. I in my opinion, I thought they needed a up-and-coming guard, maybe a Rory Horman type of guard, like a young guard, somebody that just understands how to play the point guard position. Because when you got shooters like that, you need somebody that understands how to get them the ball correctly. And I would have rather them go get a vet, like maybe a Ty Harris coming off their bench. I needed them to go get a point guard that's been there, done that could get them in the right position. Because Jordan Canada is more of a change of pace guard. She doesn't set her team up. She's more of a, I'm going to push the ball, run with me, and you can score. She's not a, hey, when we get into half court, this is where I need you to be. This is the defender we're going to take advantage of today. She's not that kind of point guard. She doesn't run the pick and roll well at all. And that's the one thing that I'm actually not too happy with. Jordan Canada and Angel Reese in a pick and roll will probably not happen that often. Jordan Canada is not a pick and roll point guard. So I'm actually interested to see how Smeko is going to get the ball in Angel Reese's hands and half court sets. Because Jordan Canada is not the type to say, Angel, come run pick and roll with me, and let's see if we can find a weakness in the middle of their defense. Let's say we can get a back door or something like that going, a pick and roll, maybe a blank. Let's say we can get a blank screen. Let's say we can get a brush screen. Let's say we get a slip and go. Like Jordan Canada, she's not a pick and roll point guard. So I always feel like Angel plays good with pick and roll point guards because she's a good passer and she can attack the rim. And in a pick and roll, big wings are good in pick and roll because they give you two different options off the ball on the pick and roll. You can catch Angel cutting downhill. If the guard switches on to her, just keep the ball high, get it to her, and let her lay it in, right? Or if she get a big on her and that big doesn't switch on the pick and roll, Jordan Canada can kick it to Angel, and then Angel becomes the distributor. But Jordan Canada is not that type of point guard. So if you're expecting Angel to get a lot of touches at the elbow, it's really going to come off of her probably bringing the ball up court. Because it won't be in her and Jordan Canada sets. Because that's not what Jordan Canada thrives. Jordan Canada is more of a pick and roll wing where you set a screen for her on the wing and you let her go over depending on how the defender is playing, and that's how she attacks. She's more of attack on a pick and roll versus pick your poison. That's why I felt like they should have went and get a point guard. Forget about the points. They didn't need another scorer. They needed a point guard who can come in with the second unit and get everybody in position. That's what they need. They needed that kind of point guard because I think the best Atlanta Dream is going to be Alicia and Rhynehoward playing off the ball. It's going to come from Ryan and alishagray going back door, going downhill. Rhynehoward coming off of pin downs. Alishagray and double horn screens coming off of U cuts. Like that's where you can get the best them at. I don't want Rhynehoward and alishagray dictating my offense. They need to play off of the sets. They don't need to orchestrate the sets. They need to play off the sets. That's where they're going to thrive the best at. Because both of them can pass a little bit, but I would rather them choose a pass off of movement, not choose the pass off of a stagnant set. A stagnant set is when I come across half court and the defense is set already. I would rather get the defense moving, find Rhynehoward and alishagray, and let them decide if they're going to shoot a pass from there. Let them decide when movement is happening and the defense isn't set. When the defense is set, you're not going to get the best alishagray and Rhynehoward because it'll become long threes and bad fadeaway shots. And I know people in the chat is like, Pow. I'm going to be honest. Pow isn't confident enough. She doesn't have that kind of vision that you need for those players. See, there's certain levels of vision you need for certain levels of players. Every point guard's vision doesn't fit every player. Jordan Canada is a point guard with vision, but her vision is more downhill. I will dribble, drive, kick to the ball to you. Jordan Canada assists come off of dribble, drive, kicks. It doesn't come off of seeing you cutting back door or orchestrating the offense and sending a pin down curl for you to come off of. Like, that's not where her assists come from. Her assists come off of her shot creation. I feel like they needed a point guard to come in with a second unit, maybe like a Ty Harris, that could get them moving. Because, again, I don't want alishagray and Rhynehoward bringing my ball up. I don't want them bringing my ball up the court. Because now you're not getting the best alishagray and Rhynehoward. And that's where Atlanta fell at last year. That's why their offense would become stagnant. Go watch those games against the Fever. In the last 2 minutes of all three of those games, even the one that they won, in the last 3 minutes of all three of those games, their offense became alishagray, ISO, or bust. That's literally what it became. It became alishagray, ISO, or bust because Smeko had to put the ball in Alishagray's hand because he trusted her decision making more than he trusted Jordan Canada's. That's what nobody really wants to talk about. Smeko trusted Alishagray's decision making more than he trusted Jordan Canada's down the stretch. Why do you think the ball was always in her hand? I don't mind Jordan Canada starting, but if I'm the GM, I need a steady point guard to come in and right the ship when the offense is stagnant. Jordan Canada is not that type of player when the offense is stagnant. I need somebody that's going to get Rhynehoward and alishagray and Angel Reese going. Not somebody that wants to get downhill and jack up threes and say, hey, when I get to this spot, if you open and I see you, I'm going to get it to you. No, I need somebody that's going to say, hey, when I drive here, they going to fake. I need you to do this. This is where I'm looking to get you the ball at. You need somebody that's going to do that. Jordan Canada wants to get downhill and tell you, if they come to me, I'm going to just kick it to you. No. Jordan Canada got one speed, and that's fast. That's it. Jordan Canada got one speed, and that's fast. Why y'all think Chelsea Gray is the best point guard in the WNBA? Want me to tell you why? Because she got levels to the speed of her game. Chelsea Gray can play fast. Chelsea Gray can run sets. Chelsea Gray can run motions. Chelsea Gray can run double horns, pin downs, POs. Chelsea Gray can run PNRs. Chelsea Gray can run inbounds. Chelsea Gray can help you get out of a stagnant situation. Chelsea Gray can literally control an entire game with her IQ. She knows who needs to get going and when they need to get going. That's why Chelsea Gray is the best point guard. Because she understands when Jackie needs to get going. She understands when Jewel Lloyd needs to get going. She understands, nah, Jackie Young, nah, Jewel Lloyd, nah, Kirsten Bell. Let's get Asia some touches. She ain't touched the ball in the last 5 possessions. Let's get Asia some touches. When Chelsea Gray is on the floor, Asia ain't never got to be worried about if she going to touch the ball. Because Asia trusts that Jackie Young and Jewel Lloyd and Dana Evans going to do all of their shooting and scoring, but she trusts that Chelsea Gray knows how to step in and situate the offense. That's what makes her the best point guard. And that's the kind of point guard Atlanta needed with the second unit. Because if you're going to have ACOT in your second unit, you need a point guard that understands how to get her easy touches and use her so-called 6'6" frame. Get her downhill in some pick and rolls with you and just keep the ball high and tell her lay it in. Get her switched up on a smaller guard in a matchup in the post and say, hey, at practice and our pick and rolls, this is how you can get the smaller guard on you. All you got to do is pull a hip. If I'm going left and they're trying to go underneath, you pull their hip and they got no choice but to go with you because the other defender got to come with me because they're going to be too late. And you can't hedge then. Never say I never taught y'all nothing. Never say I never taught y'all nothing. That's why y'all pull up the iamzomedia, man. I just love talking basketball, teaching y'all how to. And I hope over the years, as y'all been listening to me, y'all watch games and y'all be like, oh, Prince was talking about that. I see what he was saying. Or y'all watching games and feel like y'all know what y'all looking at now after listening to me for so long. That really be my real goal. I be hoping y'all just be sitting back, watching games at home and be like, oh, that's what Prince was talking about. I notice it now. Like that'd be really my goal on YouTube. But anyway, like that's here nor there. But that's just kind of like how I felt about that. This is kind of how I felt about that, man. But just wanted to touch on this part, the WNBA finals of the GM survey. I might get to, matter of fact, tomorrow I'm gonna do a GM survey stream, man. I just wanted to get to that to get y'all thoughts on that part. BJ said, Prince, you think we can get a point guard in the cuts? There might be a point guard out there that might be in a situation where they're looking to get out, and Atlanta might have a second round pick at their disposal where they're like, hey, we got a second round pick. That player's contract is going to be up. We got to pay them anyway. So we're not giving you a first because we got to pay them, but we'll give you a second to free up you some cap space and take them off your hands. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. Like a Natasha Cloud, no. Because I seen some Atlanta fans saying, man, we should got a Natasha Cloud. No. Natasha Cloud and Jordan Canada is literally, you're going to literally get the same production with both of them. You Natasha Cloud and Jordan Canada has the same play style. You literally going to get the same production. They both got one speed. They both got one speed. You're going to So Natasha Cloud was not the answer there, y'all. Natasha Cloud was not the answer there. Again, If I was Atlanta, I would have went probably kick the ties on a Ty Harris. I would have kicked the ties on like a Ty Harris. I'm trying to think who else is out there. Hey, who were Atlanta's second round pick? Did Atlanta have a second round pick? Did Navarre go before Rory? Can somebody check that for me? Did Atlanta pick Navarre before Mystics drafted Rory? Somebody double check that for me. So that's where Atlanta messed up at. I would have went and get Rory. Yeah, Navarre went 7 picks before Rory. I would have got Rory instead of Navarre. Because they actually don't need Navarre. They didn't need Navarre. Like sometimes you gotta pick for need and not for talent. Because a player's talent is only as good as the opportunity. I need to put that on a t-shirt. Talent is only as good as opportunity. Again, that's why I always go back to. There's a lot of talent in the hood. They just never had the opportunity. Talent is only as good as the opportunity. Atlanta would have, I think Atlanta would have thrived in a second unit with Acot, maybe alishagray stay in with Rory Harmon and Tahina Pawpaw. Alishagray go to the 3, Tahina Pawpaw at the 2, Angel at the 5, Naz Hillman at the, Acot at Angel at the 4, Acot at the 5. Imagine that being your second unit. Imagine your second unit being Rory Harmon, Tahina Pawpaw, alishagray, Angel, and Acot. You see how much one player can make a unit look, just even though it's just on paper. You see how like just one little tweak could just change your perspective. Again, a lot of these GMs be drafting talent instead of need. Talent is only just going to be as good as the opportunity. If the opportunity isn't there to showcase that kind of talent, just like Maddie's talented, but the opportunity on Chicago Sky just wasn't there. HVL talented, but the opportunity to be a change of pace guard on the Chicago Sky just wasn't there because you got Rachel Banham and Kia Nurse taking all the shots in the second unit. Both of them coming, Kia Nurse and Rachel Banham is your guards on your second unit, and you got them taking all the shots. You never gonna get the best out of HVL with that unit. That's why I say, like, Chicago failed HVL. Because you had Vandersloot and Ariel Atkins starting, and then you got Rachel Banham and Kia Nurse coming in with the second unit. You got no where's HVL getting shots at in net? Because Rachel Banham is bringing the ball up court. She's deciding who's getting it, and Kia Nurse is shooting it every time she touches it. So where's the HVL opportunity going to come with the second unit? HVL needs to be on a team, on a second unit with a bunch of Brass. I'm talking about last year, Brass. You weren't here earlier. We're talking about, like, I was talking about why HVL and Maddie didn't work on the Chicago Sky last year. We were talking about last year earlier, Brass. But opportunity is only going to get you in situations to showcase your talent. Erin McDonald's would be a good second half of the year pickup. I don't know how healthy she is. I know she coming off of surgery and everything like that with the broken bone. So I don't know where Erin McDonald's health is. But if Erin McDonald is available in the second half of the season, and I don't like the way my second unit looking, I will go kick the tires on Erin. I will bring her in for a physical, see how her strength, speed looks, see how her body looks, see if she's in shape, and then give it a try. I just felt like a real point guard with that second unit could have helped Atlanta elevate. Because, again, your second unit has to elevate what you're already doing. It has to elevate what you're already doing. Again, you drafted Okot in the first round. She's not elevating, she's replacing. You needed someone to come in and help elevate. It's a difference. Okot is replacing. She's not elevating. Just saying, if I was Atlanta GM, I would have went get Rory. She got that confidence you need in the second unit. Your second unit got to have confidence. Now Rory is definitely perfect for the Mystics. Again, I will be doing all Mystics live streams, all Aces live streams, and all of Atlanta Dream post games. But man, appreciate y'all for rocking with the boy for over 2 hours, man. We had some good conversations. I got to understand some of Angel Reese's biggest fans a little bit. We had some good conversations, some good dialogue today. We got into some good topics. Man, great conversation today, man. Again, tomorrow I might do a full stream just on the GM surveys and break it down for us to kind of like discuss and see where things land at, man. But man, appreciate all of y'all for pulling up. Hit the like button on your way out. Hit the hype button. Comment. Hey, set the comments on fire. You already know what it is, man. This is iamzomedia. I'm your host, Prince. Y'all have yourselves a good night.